I want to make sure everything's working here. Cool. Alright. I want to make sure everything's working here. It is my fault for being late. I apologize. Hello. Is that Ron? No, that is Kat. I know I'm late, Ron. I'm sorry. I was creating a new thumbnail and it wasn't compressed right, so I had to recompress it. And then I was late, so I apologize. Let me pull my little wheel spin here. Okay. There we go. Got my little wheel spin. So we got Ron in here, and we got Kat in here. How you guys doing today? Good to see you in here again, Kat. I have one family member that said they wanted to get on. I'm just going to text them. Okay. I'm good. No, it's okay. It happens. People show up when they can, when they're supposed to show up. I get it. I've been doing good. Been busy. I can't believe that the last reading that I did was 2 weeks ago. Like, that just blows my mind. Actually, it's probably been a little longer than 2 weeks. I'm not exactly sure. But time has just flown by. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It's been 3 weeks since my last reading. The last one was July 26th. So 3 weeks, and it's because my family's in town, and I was telling my mom about the oracle readings, and because I've just absolutely loved them. They've been so much fun. And she said she wanted to hop on today, so I was just messaging her, letting her know that I'm live. We won't wait for her, but like right now, it just shows that it's you two, and then my phone right now. So, how have you been? How have you been, Kat? I hope everything's been well with you, and you, Ron, of course, absolutely. And check it out. I got my wife hooked me up. She's the tech whiz. I'm really just I don't know. It's like something a little more old school in me. I just struggle with like complicated technology, and the streaming software that I use, it's not that it's overly difficult, but it's finicky. So I don't know, man. I just have some weird little problems, but let's see. Oh, there it is right there. It's weird the way it's set up. My wife set up the donation link now, so now it's a lot easier. You can just scan it and give a donation. But like I said, this is a free reading, so no one is obligated. And since it's just you two on right now, thank you so much, Ron. Last 3 weeks ago. Thank you so much for the donation. You know, I made a little post on Facebook. I like to keep people anonymous, but since it's just you two on right now, I just want to thank you so much for that. I really, really, really appreciate that. And more honestly, I appreciate you guys coming on, because this is so much fun, and I like to do this, and it kind of helps me stay in that kind of spiritual space that I like to be in, because the stressors of life, I can get just pulled off that path so easily. And having my family in town, and then what my wife's going through, and it's just like all these things, and I sometimes I just get trapped in my own head a little bit, just like everybody does. So thanks, Ron. Um, I've had a pretty good. Oh, I get it. I thought I used to be so good with technology. However, it gets older. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Well, technology is like moving at this like incredible pace, and I think AI will help that a lot, but also make it worse in some ways. There's light and dark to everything that we do in life. So I won't wait any longer. Let's just hop right in. Let's just do some breathing real quick. Just ground into the space. I'll just do a couple guided breaths, and we'll come up with our questions, and then we'll just dive right in. So, if you'd like, just sit back and we'll close our eyes, and we'll start taking some breaths, and we'll take in through the nostrils, hold it at the top, and then we'll just breathe out through our mouths. And as we're doing this, I'd like you to just picture this. Just sit there, just put your feet flat on the floor, whether you're laying down, sitting, standing up, it doesn't matter. Just envision roots growing out of your feet all the way deep into the ground. Just cutting right through Mother Earth all the way to the core. However you want to picture it, however it looks to you, it's okay. And once the roots grow all the way to the earth, I want you to feel that beautiful red core energy of Mother Gaia coming up through the roots, all the way back into your feet, and all the way up your body. Feel it going through your feet, up through your calves, through your knees, through your thighs and quads, all the way up into your lower stomach, working your way up all of your body, all the way through your trunk, all the way through your core, down into your arms, through every single fingertip. And when I picture this, I picture either red or I see white energy coming through this. However you want to picture it, as long as it's not like a dark color, like black, I think you'll be okay. And let it flow all the way up into your neck and slowly seeping into your head, all the way up to your crown, and just feel your body full. And just sit into that. Well, that's how one of many grounding exercises I like to do. It's probably one of my favorites to do. And let's just sit in that. Take one or two breaths. And now that we've taken a few breaths with that, let the question pop into your head. Maybe it's a pre-planned question and maybe you got a little clarity on it. Maybe you're still sticking with that same question. Or maybe something new has arisen inside of you that you want an answer for. Or guidance, should I say. Allow it to form. Don't try to control the question either. Just be with it. Let's just sit in our energy. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes again. I have, of course, prepared all 6 decks. I have the Beyond Lemuria cards. I have Messages from Our Guides, one of my faves. I have the Pathwork Oracle, which is one I drew for you last week, or 3 weeks ago. Jesus, last week again. Ron, I got the Moonology, Sacred Light Oracle, and of course my Gaia Oracle. So, as I do these, I'll feel called to go towards something, but if you're having something scream at you, you can just let me know. The green for me today, please. I don't know what that means, but all I got was green. Okay, so the Gaia Oracle, which we just did the grounding. Man. This one. I think that's the one you're talking about. All right. Oh, someone else popped on. Not sure. Yeah, Gaia is the only green oracle. Since there's only 2 of you. Oh, someone else is watching. I don't know who. But if they want to chime up for a card, they can as well. Okay. So I guess I will just... There's only 2 of you. So let's just see who goes first. I'll give it a little spin. All right, Ron's first. You love Moonology. You have that one. Oh, Kat, if you have Moonology, let's go with something different. But I did my little spin. I'll let Ron go first. Ron, what you got for me? And Ron has the Gaia, so I will pull out the Gaia. I do love these Gaia cards. I'd have to say the Gaia oracles and the messages from our guides. The messages from our guides is a very straightforward deck. It has just a little saying or words on the front, and then it has like a little book meaning too, which I like to look at both and kind of like figure out my own little definition. But the Gaia oracle sit a little differently. They're a little bit deeper. And then I actually have another deck, but it is way strong. It is like 3 or 4 pages per card, and it would take a very long time to read and interpret all of that stuff. Those are ones I like to pick for like once a week, or maybe like once for the week and then one for the weekend. Which I'm actually toying with the idea of doing maybe private readings, donation-based private readings. And I haven't quite figured out how I want to do it or if I want to do it. But it would be like a full spread for a deck. So, I think Messages from Our Guide has like a 9-card spread. So I would do a 9-card spread for you. I don't know if that's something... I'm still toying with the idea if you guys have input. I mean, that would be cool. But I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing right now very much. Green for go, Ron. What you got for me? Oh, and at the very end, just like I have in all my other calls, I will do a single card for everybody to ponder. Because I like that. I think it hit pretty on for almost everybody here. Actually, I think it did hit everybody here. I had, let's see, Ron on my last call. I had Margot on my last call. It was obviously me. And Dorothy was on my call. And everybody resonated with that card. Well, I think everybody. Ron, I think you told me it was. Ron, you're just going straight for a card, huh? Okay. I was going to shuffle for you, but if you're feeling strong about that, I got to find number 13 because they're all mixed in here. Okay. So, here we go. Card number 13 is Reflection. Illusion, self-examination, and distortion. This is actually really cool. It kind of looks like water with maybe like a moon and then like reflections of that. And then there seems to be stars and circles kind of like hidden away in the background of the card. Just, I don't know if it's letting it adjust on it. Come on. Come on. I don't know how much you can see that. I don't understand why it blurs like that. My fingers aren't blurred, but the card is. All right, Reflection. Card number 13. Okay. When you see around, or what you see around you mirrors what you feel within you. The chaos you perceive or experience in your physical reality simply reflects your inner chaos and turmoil. If things are not working well in your outer world, what is it that is not working well within you? This card calls for a thorough self examination. Do not merely skim the surface. You must delve deep to uncover the truth. This will take time, patience, and commitment. Observe your thoughts and feelings throughout the day and make a note of negative or unconstructive thoughts and feelings. This practice, over time, will itself help heal and restore balance within your life. It may be helpful to keep a diary in which you note your thoughts and feelings. What is it that triggers these thoughts and feelings? Journal writing will also help provided that the journal is for your eyes only. It may be helpful to seek professional advice from a qualified counselor or health practitioner who has experience in this field. Commit to this reflective journey. Be disciplined in your approach, and you will never look back. The rewards will be greater than you ever imagined. And the affirmation is, my heart is full of love and light. All is well in my world. I feel the peace within me, and this creates peace around me. I observe all I think and feel. Each negative thought or feeling is automatically transformed to love. Yeah, I actually resonate with this card very much, Ron. I've been doing more of this. The cards that I had were kind of lined up in the same way. And I like this card a lot, actually. And I feel like I'm kind of getting that there's like one thing in particular that this is referencing to you. I see it as like a hump in your road. Like a really big, I don't know, speed bump, you might call it. There's like one particular thing that is in your path that's creating more resistance than it should be. And I feel like that this problem, whatever this problem is what is hindering you. And I'm kind of getting let go of control. And I'm not, I don't have context to help you out. But I feel like this card telling you to journal is part of that. Is that to relinquish control, you can write your feelings down rather than expressing them out loud. And now that I'm kind of getting this, I feel now that I'm like saying this, I'm feeling this is towards a person and not necessarily an event or a particular problem. Am I right, or am I close? I feel like this is a person that we're talking about. Maybe someone close to you. Someone that you could seriously hurt their feelings if you actually told them how you felt. Okay. Okay. So I think journaling everything will help you gain bigger perspective. And the perspective will show your inner thoughts, and then, reflecting back on them, it might allow you to open up to see maybe their side, but I'm kind of getting more like different perspectives. Like if you're here and this person is here, and you both have one perspective, and you're doing this, it might give you kind of like a a camera up here to look at the situation just differently. Maybe there's some kind of solution or something you could say from a different way that might help you move forward through this in a way where you both kind of feel sated, or you both feel heard. Heard feels like the right word. How does that sound? Does that sound okay? Green for go. Just reading back over your comments. I guess while I'm doing that, Kat, my question is, oh, thank you, Ron. That's awesome. So, Kat, my question is, am I on the right path in my life? You love the Moonology deck. You have that one. So I'm kind of inclined not to do that deck just because you already have it and you're familiar with it. I want to give you something new and different. Maybe can I get a little more clarity about your question there, Kat? On your right path in life. I mean, there's many paths we can take. You know, is spiritual? Is it money related? Is it job related? Is it passion related? Is it partner related? I feel like just one more little niche down will get us better results. No, Kat, I like the question. I just want to know, is it spiritually, job wise, partner wise? Sorry, so romantic related, and maybe spiritually. Okay. So I was drawn to the Sacred Light Oracle for you. Very much enjoy these cards too. I like them because they're gold lined too, which makes them very difficult to shuffle. Okay, so which would you rather focus on? I feel like spirituality, or your spiritual side, may be a better route to take, simply because when you're aligned with yourself more spiritually, you'll attract the right person for you. And that's a little more, logical from my side. But I feel like, when we're the most aligned with ourselves and we are channeling our own energy in its purest form, then the right people will show up in our life, or the wrong people will leave our lives. Yeah, I got you. All right. All right. So let's go with, so what the question is, am I on the right path for my spirituality? Okay. All right, this card felt very strong for you. I can hope for sure. Okay. Oh, this is cool. Galactic vibration, personal conviction, raising your resilience, and direct channel. And we have the woman kind of sitting in front of, or it'll almost appear she's kneeling, almost in a prayer type state, and then she's kind of looking back, and her eyes are closed, and then she has like a geometric pattern behind her, kind of big, and there's kind of a swirl going on behind it, and it looks like there's almost like little cracks and like almost like lightning. It's like something, it almost looks like something's breaking for something beautiful to come through. I don't know if you're going to be able to see all this, but I want to try. Yeah, there we go. You can see like the little cracks up here. And then it's actually a really cool card. Number 15. All right. Galactic vibration. Personal conviction, raising your resilience, direct channel. Om was thought to be the first sound heard throughout the universe. The mystical syllable has been associated with cosmic sound and divine principles for centuries. While scientists can only speculate at the age of the universe, its vibrational influence continues to alter the Earth's surface and structure. A galactic connection often feels like a tingling bolt shooting down through your higher crown at the speed of light. Being energetically tapped by a higher dimensional galactic energy of evolved consciousness is an intense experience and not one to be taken lightly. These high energies of 100% pure light consciousness operate at a vastly different scale to any other energy form. Those that experience these connections are direct channelers. Caution is always required at this level. The galactic vibration is one of divine expression. The universe's continual energy expansion alongside the remnants of its early beginnings is at the very reality of creative and divine intelligence. Galactic Ascension Master Galadriel is encouraging you to explore your innate connection to the universal God spark. As you are called to a higher purpose, you will be a support and strength for others who experience troubled times. Continuing in the face of your own adversity builds resilience and conviction of spirit. The photographic beauty of the star systems will inspire you to further your connection to the stars as you gaze at the wonder of their mysterious universal creation, reminding you to aim high and reach for the stars. And then there's a quote and an affirmation. So helping humanity is also a consciousness choice to help yourself. And the affirmation is, I activate my galactic vibration for higher humanity. I speak with informed guidance. So, kind of what I'm getting from this is you're about to go through a shift. Something is about to change for you spiritually. And I'm trying to read more into that. And I don't know. I'm kind of getting the feeling, I'm not exactly sure because it's not like a really strong feeling or a strong pull. But I'm kind of getting the feeling that you've been kind of going through some tough times, and it's about to change. Oh, there you are. Oh, you're blowing me up. Okay. I can, oh, sure. Beautiful. Yeah, I love that card. Holy definitely resonates with me 100%. Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting much else to that. I feel like you've been going through something, or things is more appropriate. Things, some things, and you're about to have a big shift. And I think that's awesome. I love that. And staying true to that path is an important distinction that you're going to need to make. So you are tapping into the divine universe, whatever you want to call it. And I think it's going to be important for you to remember everything that you've learned, because, speaking from personal experience and kind of what I'm getting is that as you're moving through and shifting like this, it's gonna be difficult, but you have to remember everything that you learned and stick with it, because the egoic mind is gonna try to not allow you to move forward. The egoic mind is the fight or flight, so it will literally fight you. I've recalled many times where I start to feel great about me, my growth, my spirituality, everything, and I can slip back in to that fight or flight, and sometimes I don't even notice it. So just being conscious of what's going on around you and remembering everything that you learned, I think is going to be very important. Looks like we have one more person on. Do you want a free card reading, person? Whoever? Does that help, Kat? Stay true to the path you're on. I understand what you're saying for sure. Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. I think you're on the right. I think everything is pointing, in my opinion, everything is pointing to you being on the correct path. What you're doing is what needs to be done now for you. So keep doing it. You're welcome, Kat. You're welcome, Kat. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. Let's see. We have a couple more people on. If anybody wants a free card reading, you're up. All you gotta do is just drop a little hello in the chat. Tell me your name and let me know a question. Nope. I just some people left. It's not scary, I promise. I'll give them just a second, see if they want to say anything. If not, let's see. We've only been on the call for 30 minutes. 40 minutes, almost 40 minutes. Well, I was 2 minutes late, whatever. Oh, it's a family member. She texted. What? Do I have TikTok? I bet you do crazy well on there. So it's funny. I don't know. I'm just never a huge person in social media. It took me a little while to really just shift it. I had Facebook and I was pretty private on that, and then I decided to do kind of my business. So I switched my profile over, and then I got an Instagram for the reel tools, and I did some reels and stuff, and then I wasn't great at the editing because the tools were kind of funky, and I didn't want to pay. Ooh, hold on one sec. Hello.
I am trying to get on. It's me.
Yeah. Sorry,
I can't chat. Okay,
my mom.
I won't keep you.
No. No, when you go on the video, there should be a box below the video where you can type in your question.
Yes, and I'm trying to, and it won't take it, so I keep going on and off, and you keep saying, another person's there. I'm like, it's me. I'm trying.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess since I have you on, you can just ask it here.
I'm sorry, what, honey?
Just ask it on here.
Oh, okay.
Are you
Well,
still on? Because I chose everybody's
I
off.
am.
Oh,
I'm looking
okay.
at you, and this is nuts. And I see the chat at the bottom, and I'm trying to click on it to write my question, and it says, "Do you want to chat as Steph Daffy?" And I say yes, and then it won't do anything, and I'm like, he doesn't even know I'm on here. So I said, I'll just listen. And then you said, somebody else is on here. Would you like to ask a question? And I'm going, it's me. Yes, I do.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
question would be, I'm in a dilemma right now as to whether to buy some land or to continue RVing. I keep looking at land, and then I keep saying no, and I'm all over the place, and I just wondered if anything came up with that.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So. Okay. Well, dang, you can't respond here anyway.
No,
With
I
the
cannot.
chat. Dang. Okay.
I'm trying to trust me.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we'll do your question, then I'll talk more about the TikTok because that's actually I want to finish my thought about that. So we'll go with this question here.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Well, you're gonna keep me on the phone then?
Yeah, I mean there's no other way to chat with you, so.
Okay.
All right. So should we see? I'm trying to figure out a good way to ask this question. Should we? Should we stay committed to traveling or settle down? I think I'm going to go with that. Okay.
Hi, Ron. See, I can see everything, and I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom is technologically challenged as well. Seems like everything that we buy that has technology just seems to act funny. It's so funny. They're in the area and they came over to visit, and we were talking about text messaging, and it was me, my mom, and my dad, and all three of us had different. We all have Samsung Galaxies, and all three of us have a different texting system, and one doesn't work at all, one works funnily, and then it's just very weird. Okay, so we're gonna do this deck. Mom, I got for you, I got the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. There we go. These are really cool cards. They actually have like the sayings and stuff. The artwork's pretty unique. And then it has the information right on the back of the card.
Oh, interesting.
Here we go. Okay, kind of what I asked was, should we continue to travel or should we put down roots?
Settle down.
Yeah. So I got the Starseed Elemental. Sometimes adulting can be too serious. When this happens, adding curiosity, fun, laughter, and a lighthearted sense of play to our perspective can be most effective way to rebalance. Facing challenging circumstances with inquisitiveness can bring you joy to whatever we are accomplishing. Imagine stepping into a child's shoes and seeing how they would perceive the world. If you have a problem, consider how a child might solve it. Humans are evolving, and children can be our wisest teachers. May we nourish their big souls, listen to them, with your hearts, and let their ways unveil fresh new eyes so we may see a whole new world. And this is, I mean, the card is pretty neat too. It kind of looks like a child's face, but they're like, I don't know. There's almost like little tentacles that connect to the divine. It'll probably show up in a minute here for you, Mom, because of the delay.
Okay.
I'm kind of getting that you need to follow your heart, and I think that I'm getting that your head and your heart are conflicted.
Correct.
And your heart is shining brighter.
My
So
heart is shining brighter.
So whatever was in your heart, your head is fighting the other way. And okay. I feel like your stint of traveling isn't over yet. So do you feel like your heart is telling you to do one thing and your head is kind of saying, well, we should do the other way?
Yes. Yes, okay. Because my heart says I want to be near family now, that I'm slowing down, I've seen everything I wanted to see.
Okay.
And then my head is saying, logically, we're getting older and it's getting a little tougher sometimes, and maybe now is the right time because, some medical issues have come up and stuff. So I fight with my head and my heart, because then I look at locations and there's a location I like, but it's not close enough to my family and somebody will have to drive. Yes, a lot of conflict. And because I can't decide exactly what to do, I just shrug it off and just keep moving.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting when I'm like channeling and doing things like this, certain things, most of the time it's why I close my eyes is I get images and I have to kind of interpret some of the images. Sometimes I get words, but most of the time it's an image. And the image that I got is it was your heart, and it was just glowing with light, and then it was also your head, and
right.
It's just kind of a fight there. So I'm getting the heart is outshining the head in this point. So
does that make sense? That it makes sense for me in the fact that when I meditate, and when I started meditating, when I came on and saw you starting off, and you said close your eyes, and we were doing this, green was just screaming at me, green, and green is my heart.
It is. It's the color of your heart chakra too.
Right, and that was just, bold green. And so when you were saying somebody else was showing the card, oh, that's a cool looking card. Yeah. That totally makes sense for me. So my heart, okay. So my heart is the one that I need to follow, not my head.
Yeah, I do believe so. 100%. I mean, obviously, it's kind of like I think you should continue to do what you're doing until the right place, house, land, whatever it is, appears. And I feel like you're gonna know. You're gonna be drawn to it. You're gonna know.
Okay.
But I don't think you should just settle for something just because of location or convenience. Obviously, I mean, you're going to be looking in a certain range of places.
Yes.
But I feel like when you find the right property, you'll just know it. And you'll want to move on it. But I don't think you should settle, which would be kind of your head winning,
Right. That is 100% spot on.
Yeah. And Ron says keep traveling. Ron, they've
I see that.
Yeah,
I like Rod.
yeah. They have been in an RV for what, 14 years?
13, yeah.
13 years, full time RVing, just
Going
driving
on
around,
14.
going on 14, driving around the
Yeah.
entire USA and just going to all the national parks and all the parks and staying there for a month or a week or whatever. And they've been doing that for almost 14 years. So they've clocked in some travel time. So I mean, that's the green travel to you till you're told not to.
Well, at first I thought, you know what? Travel, you're told not. What did Ron say? Green travel?
Till you're told
Travel
not
till
to.
you're not able to anymore, yeah. At first I thought when I was doing this, because we're so close, that maybe you were going to subconsciously tell me something that you would prefer, but in actuality, that reading and what you just said to me was exactly spot on to what I've been going through.
Mm-hmm.
My head says one thing, my heart says the other. And like I said earlier, I keep fighting with them.
Yeah.
So that was a great clarity for me.
Yeah, when I do these clearing or when I do these readings, I don't add my own personal opinion. The question comes, and then I feel energetically into the card, and then after I read the card, sometimes even during, which is even, I have to say kind of annoying, is as I'm reading it, I'll have an image or a word or something pop into my head, and I'm halfway through the card, and I'm like, okay, I gotta finish the card before I just blurt out what I'm thinking, and then I'll get another image, and then I forget the first one, and I'm like, okay, now I'm ready, and then I'll get an image again, but I just saw the heart and the head. It was almost
Right.
cartoonesque, like a little picture of a heart, like that.
Yeah.
And then your actual brain and the heart was outshining the head. And then
Right.
so like what I kind of have words that go along with it and kind of an interpretation of it. So I think
Sure.
you aren't in a rush, but you do potentially want to settle
Correct.
close or semi-close. So yeah,
Correct.
I think like I said, it's continue to do exactly what you're doing. Look for properties, look for houses, look for I don't know what all you're looking for, but continue to look for it. And I think that if the right thing comes up, it will scream at you and you will know what to do.
Perfect.
Yeah. But otherwise,
Very.
continue living that awesome mobile life.
Yeah. Perfect. That is. I'm always impressed by you. I know that the people that are in there listening are that. Well, that's his mom, but just as a human being, as a man, I'm very impressed with you.
Thank
So
you.
thank you for that.
You're very welcome. Yeah, Ron's been on all 4 calls that I've had. Kat has now been on 2 out of 4 calls that I've had.
Awesome. Well, hi, Kat, and I'm sorry I messed everybody up. I really tried to get on so I could just chat and not monopolize the phone and all that, but
Yeah.
I was really having a tough time with this. So, and like I said, every time you looked at the camera and said, well, somebody else is on here and it's okay.
Yeah.
You can ask a question. I'm screaming at the phone. It's me.
Well, it's funny because I had another person come up too, and so I watch it on my phone because I can see how many people are on here, but on the streaming software it doesn't show how many people are on here. I can only see the comments. So I look at the side of my screen and it has all the comments of everybody coming down, and then I look at my phone to see how many people are on, so I can kind of gauge and because I don't know if I'm talking to one person or 5 people.
Sure.
I would have never known you were even on here had I not had my phone and my streaming software up. So.
Well, every time you said, well, someone else is there. Oh, wait, they're gone. Oh, wait, they're there. That was me.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
trying to get on to make a chat, and
Okay.
it was screwed up. But,
Yeah.
hey, Kat, nice to meet you as well. I wish I could, chat in another way here, but, I'll figure it out somehow, some way.
Okay.
I won't monopolize the whole conversation here if
Okay.
anybody else wants to pipe in.
Yep, I'm gonna talk to Kat a little more about the TikTok thing,
Okay.
and okay.
Yeah, and thank you.
Yep.
And hi, Kat, and hi, Ron. Nice chatting with you, kind of, sort of.
Okay, we'll talk after.
Okay.
Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Make sure that hangs out. There we go. Okay, so the reason I mentioned TikTok is you can do lives as well, which won't require any editing, and the more people that come in and share the live and react in the live, more the algorithm pushes it out. Yeah, so that was a thing. So I don't know how many people. Love your mom. Thank you. I don't know how many people know this, but I was in the military, and when I was in the military, TikTok was banned. You were not allowed to have TikTok because it was a China-based company, and there was like a big to-do, and it was monitored. You were not allowed to have TikTok on your phone if you were in the military, and through all that, and they were telling us, lots of different things, but TikTok is, I'm just seeing more and more of it now, but I never really felt a pull to do TikToks or anything, but recently there's been like 2 or 3 things that have popped up, and I've thought about it, and I'm like, oh man, like I could just literally create a channel, and I don't know if I can. Maybe I can stream on everything. I'm not sure. Maybe I haven't looked into it. Maybe I can stream on both YouTube and I can stream on TikTok, and maybe that's something I could do. I'll have to look into it. Maybe I'll have that done by the next time, and I can just do multi-stream and see if anything else comes of it. Because I've shared everything on Facebook. The YouTube algorithms. I don't really know how any of it all works. But yeah, I think you're onto something there, and I could even. I don't know. I'm not sure if I know anybody who has TikTok. I don't know if my wife does. Have a wonderful day to your mom, I meant. No worries at all for the lives. I think it would be really helpful for you. Yeah, no, I'm starting to see that a lot of spiritual people are going on TikTok and having good success at it, because some of the other platforms are a little more difficult to crack into. But I want to do. I just don't know anything about TikTok. I just know that it's like a video software. Like they do reels and stuff. I think I learned that they do lives when my neighbor, before she moved out, she was like TikTok famous. I didn't even know that. She had like a couple 100,000 followers on TikTok, and she would just, I don't know what she would do. I think she was like gardening during one. She had her phone out and she was like talking to people and gardening. I didn't even know that, but I will look into that, because if that's something that'll help me, and I'll just have to like keep it on my computer, because I don't need any more social media in my life, to be honest. So maybe I can just use that as a business tool. I'll look into that, because I haven't ever before. I mean, I'm literally just pretty much on Facebook and YouTube, which have been around since, I was on when YouTube first started, and I was same thing with Facebook. Yeah, I could do it all from my phone. I wonder if I could do it from this streaming software too, because this software will put the thumbnails in. I can put things like my donation link for anybody who wants to donate, and obviously I can advertise it as free and just have that option for anybody who wants to. And then if I could just do them both from one end, I'll look into it. I promise. I'll look into it. Thank you. There are a lot of psychics and oracle card readers, but I feel like you would be one of the more authentic readers. Yeah, I'm unaware of how saturated the market is. I mean, I have several friends who are in the spiritual space, and they're all women. I don't know. The guys that I do follow are kind of more, most of them have more of a mental side with like a taste of spirituality. I don't know any other guys that do card readings and stuff. I've seen one, a medium guy that had a TV show. He was really cool to watch. But I'm trying to think. I know several women that do card readings, and my wife even gets some from one of her good friend, and they both do this setup. This kind of how I had that idea is they can do an audio, they chart like straight up have pricing though. Like this one lady, she was posting, she does $45 for an all audio card pull, or you could pay $95 for half an hour for a full card pull. And I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm just a little long winded, but like half an hour to me, that seems way too short. I would, like, I saw that $95 price tag for 35 or 30 minutes, and I was like, yeah, there's no way. Like, if I gave someone a private card pull, like, I want to go through all the cards, I want to channel everything that I can channel for you, and I want you to be pleased with everything that I did. So if that takes up to an hour, I wouldn't want you to feel like you just paid $95 for almost nothing. It's just me though. I feel like I want to be thorough. I want to give the best answers. I want to allow what needs to be channeled to come through, and I want it to be in its entirety, because sometimes it takes a second, and I get things as I go. I would say maybe 45 for an hour, 95? 45 to an hour for 95. Yeah, I mean, that's what she was doing in person. And then you could just do an audio only for 45. So I would do a card pull and read it all into like a recorder, and then I'd send you that recording. I was just tinkering with that. I saw that she did that idea, and then one of my wife's good friends does kind of the same thing, but she does also, it's donation based. And then I think she does, if you want a private reading, it's also a donation based, but like there's like a min cap, like the lowest it could be was like $20. So if you wanted to give like $200 or you wanted to give $21, like you're going to get the reading, but there's no specific amount. So I've seen people go both ways. And I understand that money is important. We got to have it for our bills, blah 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 blah. But I'm not really driven by that. Like these readings are for me to practice and hone my skills, my spirituality, my channeling, which is more important. And then after my first call, which I was just going to do these for free, I got kind of got called out by somebody, and they were like, "Well, you're giving your time and your energy, and you're not allowing us to reciprocate if we want to." And I was like, "Well, it's free." And they were like, "But that's not fair." So, that's, Ron dropped a generous donation 3 weeks ago. That's why I created the little donation link, so you can scan it if you want to, and no one is obligated to do that. So that'd be cool too. I've seen a lot of TikTok lives, and people will give gifts, which they are different monetary amounts, and then they will do a one card pull for each example. See, yeah, and so when I was speaking with Aaron, which is Ron's son, he said that Ron goes to like some card pulling events. I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong on this, but he said you go to some card pulling events where they put everybody's name on kind of like a wheel, and they spin, and they'll say, we're going to do 10 people will get a card pull, and then everybody else can listen, and then we'll do like a group card pull. And as much as I understand that, I'd feel bad if 50 people got on my call and I could only give 10 people a card. Like I'd be a little bummed out. But so it's like I'd like it to stay small enough to where I could give everybody attention, because that means a lot to me, that people take their time and they spend time with me on these calls. But then I understand the growth aspect of it too. Like it would be really, really cool for me to get on a call and have 100 people watching me or something like that. Whatever. So I guess today I'll start wrapping this up. We've been on for an hour now, unless anybody else has anything for me. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And it means a lot when I can talk and conversate and answer questions, because it is tricky to try to figure some things out by yourself, especially when you're only going from one perspective. And being able to help people like that means a lot to me. I actually really, really enjoy it. So, let's see. I'll do one card for everybody for the road, and let's see what we're going to do. Okay. And that will be from the Sacred Light Oracle again. I actually thought it was a different card deck. So for this one, I just asked, what is something that everyone on this call needs to hear right now? So let's see what everyone here has something in common, and we need to hear this. Okay. I can already tell this is the right card. All right. So this one is called Sacred Space. Positive outcome, clarity, lucky attraction, and removing obstacles. And in this, it kind of almost looks like a crystal, like a quartz stone, but it has like different colors, like almost like it's painted with watercolor. And then there is a woman standing here in I think that is Ganesha. She has like this kind of like robe on, and I can distinguish it's the elephant face, and then there's kind of like almost like a mandala running over the, like, encircling the elephant, and she's kind of just has her hands close to her heart space, and it looks like she's holding some flowers. She's got her eyes back, and it kind of looks like it's just blowing in the wind. So I'll look at the... It's actually showing pretty clear. There we go. Cool. I like this card. And this, I asked the question, something everybody needs to hear. So we all need to hear this. I included myself, for sure. All right, Sacred Space. Positive outcome, clarity, lucky attraction, removing obstacles. Regardless of the philosophy or religion, all individuals have a sacred space they retreat to when they needed solace, prayer, or reflection to heal the mind, body, and spirit. Sacred spaces are often religious centers such as cathedrals, monasteries, and churches, but can also be rainforest, waterfalls, or tranquil ponds. Unbound by location, it only needs to be an area that you find comfort in when connecting to your spiritual self. Setting a sacred space is essential to create a focused spiritual sanctuary, as you are setting a tone and vibration for that area to amplify your personal power and universal energy. When you may find out, or when you may find you have no time for routine or imperfections, regular space clearing will keep your vibration high and your mind clear. Cosmic Master Lord Ganesha, I was right, it's Ganesha, offers seekers the knowledge of sacred purity from the fifth ray. Let more light in to brighten your space and to cleanse your energy fields. Using traditional herbs and offerings, this cosmic master will release trapped and murky energy, transmuting energetic portals that have interfered with the natural balance of and positive feng shui. The elephant master can clear obstacles that are interfering with your life. Ascension Master Lord Ganesha requests that you find your sacred space. By carefully cutting away old energy to connect you to a clearer path, Lord Ganesha can bring you closer to divine manifestation, your desires, and your personal dharma. The quote is, "Sacred ceremonies will bring rewarding resolutions." And the affirmation is, "I am clear, I am cleansed, my soul is whole and complete." So, I'm kind of feeling that we all have our own personal spaces, and you know, I know my parents are in an RV, so that space is limited, but the sacred space is their outside space. And so clearing the energy in the area, and granted, you can use sage, you can use what's the other one, the wood, all of that. What is it, wormwood? Oh my god, what is that? Palo Santo. I mean, you can use those to clear whatever space you have, but in all honesty, you don't need any of that. Something simple we can do is literally just create the words and use our own imagination to do this, and you can envision it. So sometimes, you know, I like to use this, but I created my own little mantra, so I'm inviting you to create your own. So sit in that space if you want. You can close your eyes. You can envision white light just filling the space. You know, this kind of the same we did when we first got on the call, envision the roots. But you can just picture, you know, a ray of white light coming from the universe, coming down and cleansing everything and filling up every crack, space, and nook in your entire room, house, outside, wherever. And then just speak in exactly what I cleanse this area with pure white light. I'm inviting in love, peace, joy, happiness. You can do anything. You can say anything that you want. Repeat it once, repeat it twice, write it down, repeat it 3 times. And then, once you're done with your little mantra, just thank the universe, thank the divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. And you can do that anywhere you want. You can do it out in the forest. You can do it in your living room. You can do it in your kitchen. Whatever your safe, sacred space is, do it everywhere. Do it in every room. I like that. It reminds me that I need to clear my space. I know I need to do that. I need to clean and clear my space. Oh my god, that was good. I enjoyed this call very much. Very much. Thank you, Ron, for showing up. Thank you for Kat for showing up again. Ron, you're always here. I love it. I hope you're really managing the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for everything. Goosebumps. That resonated with me. It's important to have a sacred space. I need to sage again. Absolutely. And so, Kat, what I did when I... So I had like a whole paragraph of things that I would say. And when I sage, I light my sage. And then I go into my room And I like to make sure that you get in the nook, like the little nooks and the crannies of your house. So, like there's a space where my computer is down there. So I like make sure to like get all in there, and then like up in the top of the room and stuff, because I find that our energy permeates, and in this space it's good because we're constantly moving in and out, but sometimes things get stuck. Think of anything. Like you put liquid into a container and you dump it out, the middle is going to be empty, and there's still bits of whatever it is in all the corners. I think of energy kind of the same way. Make sure you get into the top nook and corner of your rooms or your wherever, and just wipe your sage. And then I actually had some light language come through, so I'd have like a little paragraph of things that I would say. I clear out all negative energy. I invite in love and peace and joy and all this. And I was like, oh. And then I had like some light language come in, so it's like the one light language word that I had that came up is like this entire paragraph. So now I can just say the word and it has the same type of effect. So, I mean, you can do it like that. There's many ways you can do it. I gave you a couple examples. I think, however you feel that you need to do it is the way to do it. But I think I like that. So we all need to clear our space. And then everybody else got a little something from this. So once again, I'll wait for a couple more comments to come in. But thank you so much for being part of this. I am going to look into TikTok. I will 100%. And I look forward to, I think I'm going to do, before I get off this call, I will let you know. I think I'm going to do the 30th. I will do the very end of this month. I like it. So August 30th, I will schedule a call on Facebook. And I will send out the invites to you again. I'd love if you showed up again. Obviously, I understand life happens. But I will be here. And I will go on and do research into TikTok and see if I can't multi-stream, so I could just do both and maybe get some more people in here. If there's anybody else, I'm surprised Aaron hasn't showed up again. Which Aaron, every time I we play maybe Rocket League like once a week together. And he's like, oh, sorry, I missed your call. And I'm like, oh, it's okay, man. No problem. I understand. So I'll send him an invite again, and we'll gripe. Ron, you can gripe on him and be like, yo, where were you? All right. So, one last breath. We had a great call. Thank you so much for being on. I look forward to seeing everybody in 2 weeks. Have a great day. HMS Odyssey out. Easy sidetracked.